Hi, how's it going everyone? Today I want to teach you a little bit about keyframing in Davinci Resolve 18. So I could understand for a lot of people this might be a relatively complicated system with a lot of moving parts. And it actually can be. Keyframes can be very complicated and they can do a lot of extremely complicated things. But I'm going to just show you some simple things. I'm going to just give you a little introduction. So assuming that you know nothing about keyframes, this video is for you. So let's say, I have a little video, let me play it for you. Let's say that I want to do a slow zoom in effect from the beginning of this clip to the end of this clip. I want a slow zoom in, or let's say zoom out, actually. So this would be something we could do with keyframes. So keyframes is right in the video section. Once you have this clip selected, you do have to make sure that you have the correct clip selected because you don't always. This little diamond icon, that is the keyframe thing. So if you click it once and it becomes orange, that is you setting the keyframe. So I want the keyframe to start on this exact frame that my playhead is at, so that I click it and I want it to start the zoom out animation at 100%. So let's say I want it to zoom out to be 50% as big as it did when it started. So a 50% zoom out. So the beginning of the keyframe is the beginning of the quote animation. So at the beginning of the keyframe, obviously it's at 100% of its size. So then we would go all the way to the end of where the animation would be. Click the keyframe icon again, and then set this to 0.5, which would make it 50% as big. Something to note is these little arrow icons will appear now. They will snap you to the edges of your keyframe, or not the edges, but it'll snap you to the nearest keyframe. So now let's play this out from the beginning. It's kind of stuttery because my timeline is just like that. But as you can see, it now zooms out, and it takes that specific amount of frames to do so. But let's say I want it to zoom out at a fixed rate, and then towards the end speed up a lot. What I would do is I would go close to the end and I would set another keyframe, and we'd have this maybe, instead of being 0.574, we'd have this be 0.8. So it zooms out slowly till it gets to this point, and then it would quickly go to 0.5. Or even, rather than 0.5, why don't we do 0.3, just to exaggerate it. So, to recap, it starts out at 100%, then it takes this amount of time to get to 0.8, and then it takes that small extra amount of time to get to 0.3. So let's watch it. Let's watch from the beginning. Slowly zooms out, and then it quickly just does that before it gets to this clip. Something to also note is that if you want to have it zoom back in, you also have to keyframe that. So okay, let's undo everything. Let's turn this whole project into one big compound clip, and let's start from the beginning. And let's say I want it to go from here, from being 100%, all the way to here. I want it to be like 0.9, and then I want it to zoom back in. But basically, until you tell it to zoom back in, it won't. So it will permanently be at this keyframe if that's the last keyframe. So if you want it to take, let's just say this. Let's say you want it to take 10 frames to zoom out, and then 10 frames after that to zoom back in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll say we want it to zoom out to, I don't know, 0.5. And then 10 more frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We want it to go back in to be 100%. There you go. It does a little woo. This little jump thing. So the beautiful thing is, now that you have this knowledge, your editing skill just improved drastically. Because you can pretty much do any animation you want now. Whether that's literally changing the position of the thing to go up like 100. Right? You can now physically change where the actual thing moves to. As you can see, it goes up now. You can actually have more than one, which you can have a keyframe that interacts with the zoom and simultaneously interacts with the position and also the rotation, literally anything. This also includes audio and any effects that you may actually add to it as well. You can keyframe literally anything. And I think that's why it's so powerful, because you have full control over absolutely anything. You can even change the speed. You can change, I don't have to repeat myself. You can change everything. So that's how you do keyframes in Davinci. I hope this tutorial helped you out in some small way. Thank you for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. Drop a like, drop a sub, and Stay awesome. Peace out.